The President Donald Trump strode into the heart of Florida's Everglades to tour the new migrant detention center dubbed Alligator Alcatraz. Built in just 8 days at the Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport, 50 miles west of Miami, this facility is a bold strike against illegal immigration and the globalist agenda that, according to Trump, has weakened America. With room for 5,000 detainees, surrounded by swamps teeming with alligators, pythons, and mosquitoes, this isn't just a detention center, it's a loud message. The days of open borders and progressive policies that have turned the U.S. into a magnet for criminals are over. Joined by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, Trump made it clear this is just the start of a crusade to restore America's sovereignty, while globalists and progressives whine from their ivory towers. The center, funded by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, uses tents and trailers, structures typically seen after hurricanes, now repurposed to hold what Trump and Noem call the worst criminals among migrants. The lightning-fast construction, which Trump bragged was incredible, is a model he wants to replicate in other states. The goal is simple: scare illegals into thinking twice before crossing the border, knowing they could end up in a swamp crawling with alligators. Trump even cracked a joke about cops in the form of alligators guarding the place, a line that patriots cheered, but that pro-immigrant activists, always quick to take offense, slammed as cruel. Noem doubled down, claiming the facility will house cannibals and other dangerous criminals, a blunt statement that resonates with Americans fed up with the progressive narrative painting all migrants as victims. The symbolism of Alligator Alcatraz is unmistakable. The name, coined by Trump himself, evokes the notorious Alcatraz prison, but with a wild twist. Nature itself is the jailer. Alligators, pythons, and sweltering heat send a clear signal to border jumpers. America isn't a free-for-all. The Florida Republican Party is already cashing in, selling t-shirts, hats, and koozies branded Alligator Alcatraz, touting it as a prison guarded by gators and patrolled by pythons for illegals who tried to game the system. It's a direct shot at globalism, which has spent years pushing the idea that borders are outdated. Trump, DeSantis, and Noem are shouting back, nations have the right to protect themselves, and this facility is the flag of that fight. Not everyone's cheering, though. Progressives, with their signs and crocodile tears, have come out swinging. Pro-immigrant, indigenous, and environmentalist groups protested outside the center, screaming that it's an internment camp and a slap in the face to human rights. Democratic Congressman Maxwell Frost jumped on the outrage train, calling it exactly that, an internment camp. Environmentalists filed a lawsuit the Friday before Trump's visit, claiming the construction threatens the fragile Everglades ecosystem, home to protected species. Indigenous groups also griped, saying the land is sacred. But let's be real. The airfield was already in use, and the structures are temporary. As Pruitt told Gulf Shore Business, the environmental impact is minimal. These complaints sound like excuses from folks who don't want America to secure its borders. Politically, this is a game changer. Trump's visit not only fires up his base, but also slaps down Democrats who, under Joe Biden, let the border become a sieve. During the tour, Trump didn't hold back, calling Biden a son of a bitch and slamming former Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, hinting he could face investigation or arrest. He also took a swipe at California Governor Gavin Newsom, telling him to learn something. It's classic Trump. No filter, straight talk, speaking the language of everyday Americans tired of spineless politicians. DeSantis, once Trump's rival in the 2024 primaries, being there shows Republicans are uniting. This isn't just a facility, it's a declaration of war on progressivism, which many patriots believe has sold out the country. Financially, Alligator Alcatraz is a smart move. Using FEMA funds and temporary structures kept costs low, and the natural surroundings mean less need to spend millions on fences and guards. Trump and DeSantis know American taxpayers don't want to foot the bill for luxuries for illegals. If replicated, this model could save billions while speeding up deportations. Critics, though, argue that using emergency funds and DeSantis' seizure of Miami-Dade County land is an abuse of power. The environmental lawsuit could stir trouble, but for now, the center is up and running. A win for those demanding action. The environmental angle is the weak spot. The Everglades are a national treasure, and while the damage seems limited, any misstep could give progressives ammo to stall the project. But here's the deal. National security comes first. If protecting America means using a patch of swamp, so be it. The alligators aren't going anywhere, and migrants aren't the heroes globalists make them out to be. Most Americans, especially those far from Washington's elites, want secure borders, not lectures about biodiversity. For Latin America, Alligator Alcatraz is a warning shot. Trump's saying, don't come. The prospect of landing in a gator-infested swamp is enough to deter many, exactly what the administration wants. Countries like Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras, which have sent waves of migrants, might see fewer border crossings if this policy hardens. But there's a catch. It could strain diplomatic ties. Leftist governments in the region, who already see Trump as a villain, might use this to stoke anti-American sentiment. In the long run, though, a strong border could force these countries to fix their own messes instead of exporting them. For the U.S., the upsides are clear: border control, a show of strength, and a break on the chaos Biden left behind. Alligator Alcatraz is a symbol that America won't bow to globalism or progressivism, pushing open borders and citizenship for all. It's a win for the average American who wants security and sovereignty. The downsides? The opposition won't shut up. Democrats, the media, and activists will keep calling it an atrocity, and lawsuits could slow expansion. Plus, the hardline approach might turn off moderates who want border control but aren't ready for something as raw as a swamp prison. In short, Trump's visit to Alligator Alcatraz is a dagger in the heart of globalism. It's a reminder that America is taking back control, kicking butt, and not apologizing. But it's also a powder keg. Progressives and their allies will keep screaming, lawsuits will fly, and Latin America will watch with a mix of fear and resentment. For patriots, this is a step toward greatness. For globalists, a nightmare. The fight's just getting started, and Trump's ready to swing.